Love that song. That is the opening of Whir. Whir was one of the songs on a Smashing Pumpkins comp that came out in the late summer of 1994. If I turn back the clock, I listened to that album a lot, along with File Under Easy, listening from Sugar that fall as well. And what else was I listening to? Only those two right now will ring a bell, but I do remember definitely listening to this album. This is Pisces Iscariot, and it is a compilation album put out by Smashing Pumpkins in the late summer of 1994. This was kind of a stopgap solution between Siamese Dream, and then in 1995 we got the double album Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. I want to talk about this compilation album, and this is a reissue from 2012. Now, it was pressed at Optimal in Germany, and in one of those strange things, I think it's being repressed again, and the copy that I have definitely has the etchings and everything that you would want to see if you go look this up on Discogs. It is a very, very well done reissue. There's a look at the interior of the gatefold. It's got an alternate cover than what was originally released. The album is actually, it works very well. If you didn't know this was a comp, you would think this is a really, really strong Smashing Pumpkins album. In fact, I think I read a review from Pitchfork, and that particular reviewer was saying that this was one of the strongest records, considering Siamese Dream and Melancholy as well. Talking about this being a high point along with those two albums from anything that came afterwards. So including Adore and the later albums as well. So I just remember listening to this all the time in late 1994 on CD. And, you know, the big thing about this record is there was a cover of Landslide, the Fleetwood Mac hit, and Billy Corgan kind of gave that a kind of a paint by numbers reading, in my opinion. But the thing shot up the charts, the alternative charts of the time, at the time. And I think it hit number 4 in the U.S. alternative charts back in late 1994 and maybe even into 1995. It was a big single for the Smashing Pumpkins. And this record has aged extremely well, as has, Siamese Dream and Melancholy. No bad words here for me talking about Smashing Pumpkins and Billy Corgan. I'm a huge fan. And I recently picked this up on an online auction from a record shop down in Tennessee called Collect Co. These guys are really interesting. They're doing online auctions. They stream it on YouTube and Facebook, sometimes as many days as 5 days a week. And they have an incredible variety of records that they pick up collections from all over the U.S. Anyway, they flash this thing, and there are a lot of Pumpkins releases that are back in print, or they come in print sporadically. I would jump on this because I just looked on Discogs, and there are plenty of these available for around $28 to $35. This is a great album. It's a perfect pressing from Optimal again. Let me show you records. Very nice. It's a double LP. Everything has been stretched out across two 33 and a third 180 gram records. They came in these rice paper sleeves, which is a nice touch. They are perfectly flat. They are dead silent. The recording, or the reproduction of this recording, was mastered by someone named MK. And mysteriously enough, I was reading up on this. They have several mastering engineers at Optimal, and they do not release their full names, but their initials are known. So anyway, MK, great job. We also got kind of standard inner sleeves that have all the song lyrics. And really interesting, back in 2012, when this was originally released, this reissue, there are some notes that Billy Corgan actually put together for the 2012 reissue. A little bit about every song, what was behind it, why wasn't it released, when, and why. All of these songs are either B-songs of singles. A couple of these are B-sides of singles from Siamese Dream. Some things were left off of Gish. Other things were, purposely handed out for a soundtrack or things like that. Really, really nice record. I love Jimmy Chamberlin as far as the brute strength and finesse that he also possesses as a drummer. That song, Were, that I opened with, there is incredible, brushwork on the snare that kind of belies the reputation of Jimmy Chambers being a powerhouse drummer. He has got an incredible touch, incredible feel. And James Iha here is just going crazy on several of these songs. A lot of these, 2 or 3 of these songs could have been on Siamese Dream. They are that good. And it makes this whole album kind of stand up as not just some kind of out left field compilation album. Again, this could have been a release. And if you look at the sequencing of the album, there's a really nice kind of sprinkling of Corgan ballads and love songs, and then the Power Pumpkins grunge, straight out of 1993, 1994. It's a very, very nice mixture of songs on this album. Pretty cohesive. Again, it could stand alone, I think, as an album, and you wouldn't know it was a compilation. So there it is again. Really nice lacquered cover. Heavy duty cardboard. Really well done. Love the artwork. I have no idea what's up with the fish in the skillet there. That, of course, was the beginnings of Anesthesia, a gorgeous song from one of my favorite bands from the 90s that have kind of reformed along the years. They're currently touring again. They kind of do a limited run of shows on the West and the East Coast. I'm hoping they will come to Denver. They were here a few years ago. Luna. I've talked about Luna before. This is their debut album, Lunapark. It has been reissued this year for the first time on vinyl. This is another fantastic reissue package. Really nice heavy cardstock gatefold. Original artwork. And 2 LPs. So we get the original album on one record, and then the second record are the actual demos, two sets of demos at two different recording sessions that Dean Wareham used to kind of shop around after the demise of Galaxy 500. Galaxy 500 went out on tour, I think it was 1991. They were opening for the Cocteau Twins on that tour. At the end of the tour, Dean Wareham told the other two people in the band of Galaxy 500, "Hey, I'm done," and wanted to put together a new band. He eventually enlisted Stanley Demiski. He was the drummer for the Feelies. Justin Harwood was on bass guitar. Justin Harwood was from the New Zealand band The Chills. And so definitely kind of a power trio of alternative indie, shoegaze, rock at that point in time. And everything that Dean Wareham does, I'm all in on. He has got a really cool pop sensibility, great feel for melody, art for melody, basically, and a cool band leader, great lyrics, heavily influenced by, I would say, Dylan and Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground. You listen to Galaxy 500, it's automatically there. You know, you can see the connection, and it's a straight from A to Z connection, basically, from Galaxy 500 back to Velvet Underground. And it kind of continues along with into the Luna period. But he has fantastic lyrics, really, really nice, intricate guitar playing. Spare served the song drumming that came from Stanley Demiski, similarly to what he did with the Feelies. Both of the records are 180 gram, perfectly flat. They came in rice paper sleeves, highly appreciated. There's a nice little insert booklet showing the band, and then we get, of course, all of the lyrics inside. The album was originally produced by Fred Maher. Now, Fred Maher played drums with Lou Reed, funnily enough, but he has also produced other great stuff, including he did the Girlfriend album, Matthew Sweet. He produced or co-produced that album. Really, really well done. This was mastered by Jeff Powell. Now, you may have heard of Jeff Powell. He's out of Memphis, and he mastered those Big Star Craft reissues that are so fantastic and highly recommended as well. So I picked this up on Elusive Disc about 3 weeks ago. I was on their website looking again before I decided to do this video, and it now shows out of stock. So I would run to Discogs and see if you can get this, because it's the first time Lunapark by Luna has ever been pressed on vinyl. It is a fantastic pressing, and it's from Runout Groove. So that's all the info that I think you need. Highly, highly recommended. This is a gorgeous album, fantastic music. You know, when we think about original OG pressings from the 90s, it can be a crapshoot. And today I just highlighted two really, really well done reissues of OGs from the 90s. One had never been put out on vinyl. The other, from Smashing Pumpkins, was put out on vinyl in limited runs in 1994. I don't have an original to compare it to, but these are both audiophile quality reissues. They've been done really, really a great service as far as the mastering behind both of these records. The packaging is fantastic, top notch, heavy duty, gatefold sleeves, rice paper inners. What more can we ask for? And the sound is drop dead gorgeous on both of these recordings, and the music is fucking fantastic. So that's today's video. 2 highly recommended, great reissues from Smashing Pumpkins and Luna. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll be back soon with another video. Take care.